Good morning, welcome to the center of it all. We are at the Centre County Women's Resource Center in State College here with Jordan, Gibby, and Ann Ard. Thank you so much for being with us here this morning.
You're welcome.
Thanks for being here.
So a little bit of a serious kind of sensitive topic. So with the Me Too and Time's Up movements and everything going on happening there, how does that kind of affect you guys here at the center?
Well, you know, our job is to provide services for victims of sexual and domestic violence, dating violence, and stalking. And so we provide a full range of services for people who've experienced those things. So people who've experienced sexual harassment or sexual violence of any kind, they can come here and they can find the support and the services that they need. So actually, we think the Me Too movement and Time's Up movements are really a great opportunity to spread the word that sexual violence does happen in our communities and that there are resources available.
And despite your name, you just have women's in your name, but you also have services for men, is that correct?
We provide services to anyone who's experienced, as Ann said, domestic, dating, or sexual violence or stalking. So our name comes from our history. We're started by women in the community who came together and bonded over this idea of helping each other overcome the violence in their lives. And still statistically there's a huge number of women, the numbers are higher for women who experience those types of violence, but we recognize that it can happen to anyone, and we want to be that resource for anyone in the community who's experiencing violence.
Why do you think there's a little bit of kind of a negative view on male sexual abuse?
I think a lot of people don't really believe that it exists, and I think for a long time we didn't know that it existed. I think one of the things that the Sandusky scandal showed everybody in our community and in central Pennsylvania and really around the world is that male sexual abuse happens. It happens to kids, it happens to adults, and we need to talk about it, and we need to be sure that we're offering services for men who've experienced sexual abuse either as children or as adults.
How do you guys kind of hope to change the view of male sexual abuse here?
Well, that's really what we're doing in these coming events that we have, is just trying to do a targeted effort to help people in our community know, and especially those male victims in our community know, that there is a place to go for services, that there are support groups, counseling, all sorts of things that we can provide to help them in their recovery, that they're not alone, that it happens to other men too, and that there are resources that we can provide to help.
So you have some upcoming workshops here and in the surrounding communities. Can you tell me a little bit about what you guys have planned and what is coming up here the month of February?
So we have two events coming up soon. We've had two in State College and Millheim, and then we're hitting a couple other places in the county now. We'll be at Bellefonte on February 15th at 6 in the evening at the Centre County Library, and then on the 17th, we'll be in Phillipsburg at the Holt Memorial Library at 11:30 in the morning on a Saturday. So these events are opportunities to raise awareness around male sexual abuse and to tell those stories. So the event is going to follow kind of the sequence of, we'll have a video screening and art display from the Bristlecone Project, which is a campaign of the National Organization 1 in 6. And it's telling the stories of real men who have experienced unwanted sexual experiences in their lives, followed by a description of the services that we provide and a panel discussion with survivors who will be there live to speak about their experiences, as well as some local human service professionals.
Wow, so kind of what made you guys want to do these workshops and kind of focus on this particular topic?
Part of what we've discovered over time is that it's difficult sometimes for men who are survivors to reach out for help, to come for services. And so part of the beauty of these particular workshops and events is that we're taking them to the community. We're getting out of our building, we're going to the community, we're going to where people live. They're in libraries so that people can really come, and people can engage in ways that they're comfortable with. They can come in and just simply look at the displays, watch the video, go home. They can come in, look at the displays, watch the video, listen to the panel, not say anything. They can come in and do all of that and interact with the panelists. So we really wanted to create a space that was as comfortable and as easy for people to access as possible, because we know it's hard.
Well, Jordan, Ann, thank you so much for taking the time and speaking with us today. We really appreciate it.
You're really welcome. Thanks for being here.
We're going to take a short break. The Center of It All will be right back after this.